We wanted to create a video that explained the difference between a user's account type or their user type and their permissions types. So when you add a new user, if we click the add user button and add a new contact, it asks for first name, last name, email, phone number, and then user type. The user type right now that we've only have 4 contemplated user types. There's chiefs, flight instructors, admin, and students. So that user type determines what pages you have access to and what you see on our side pop-up menu here. Students, for example, would only be able to see the schedule and their profile. They wouldn't have access to the resource, maintenance, cashier, users and courses, or company settings profile. The chief, being more of the highest level administrative person, you can see all of these tabs and have influence over any of them at the moment. But let's say you wanted to assign specific permissions to a group, because the admin sort of is the catch-all. That could be the maintenance people, that could be a front desk person, that could be an accountant, and they might have some very specific needs. So then we get into our permissions. So aside from their account type, the permissions group that we would assign to people is very flexible. It allows you to operate in any sort of way that you'd see fit. Down here, you can see we have one of our flight students. We've assigned this person a scheduler. So that person might be a student who works for the school. And the scheduler comes with a predetermined set of permissions based upon what the school wants. If this person was a dispatcher, you can see that these permissions change. Now we set up this so that you can assign permissions groupings to any number of students without having to click each little box for each person. And these are all things that the school can create. If you want to make this person a mechanic, again, they might have different sets of permissions. So we'll just leave it set for that. But to create these different types of permissions groups, you would enter a permissions group name. You'd select which types of permissions that group might want to have access to and create it. Once you create that, you can edit it on the edit permissions group box right here. So in this case, you would select from this drop down any of the permissions groups that you have created and would add to that list, so that if you assign some of these people to a specific admin level, any other specific role they might need, it would fill those in, saves you a whole lot of button clicking, and makes your operation as flexible as possible.